to disrupting $100 trillion industry, $100 trillion industry. My name is Karush Koilu. This is brought to you by Zayuk. Zayuk is a property management platform. We do digital twins, or digital twins are the AI infrastructure of property. There are digital twins for humans, bio based and digital twins, but we do property based digital twins, which is a lot of IoT. It is a lot of spatial awareness and spatial analysis, meaning 3D visuals, but more in a construction or on the ground kind of CAD based premise, not necessarily a well, it's just what I said actually. And our first vertical has been HOAs, but we are quickly finding other avenues such as government that need a property management platform as well. We are looking into various right now. This is disrupting. So I've been posting a lot more recently, and I've gotten really into it in the last 2, 3 weeks. And I'm glad that getting this, and I'm going to start posting today. It's really important to get things out and to consider understanding your customer, your platform, and where you want to take it from there. I think it's really, really critical. And just continually posting things, whatever those things may be. So here we go. And this weekend, I actually took some time off. It was very good. And not necessarily because it was something that was positive in the sense of distribution, but I think to really prioritize those times when people are ingesting social media and to avoid times when they are not ingesting it. Not necessarily avoid, but to kind of use that time to recalibrate everything else in your business and then to focus on content, halfway through Monday, all the way to halfway through Friday. And those 4 or 5 days, you really go for it. It's critical. It's critical for the business, and it's also being creative, but just really just grinding, I think, is really important. Interesting to consider. Um, Mark Andreessen was speaking about how reflective people don't accomplish much, and I agree. Certainly, you have Steve Jobs, who was very reflective, and I believe he meditated a little bit. But overall, you see a lot of people, they don't talk about the reflection, they just do things. And that's understandable. And I understand it in the sense of when you get into a hyper analysis mode, that hyper analysis mode is very consuming. And so just continuing to go, and it goes to what Brian Armstrong said, which is the CEO of Coinbase, mentioned, just do things as a startup. Just do things, see how they come out. If they come out well, if they come out poorly, and that churn will eventually find what is needed. Give me one moment. Boom. So let me go. All right. Let me get posting. There's some things that happened. Okay. in the HOA world. And I'm going to highlight at least one of these items. And having a content management system is hugely important to have a distribution mechanism to go out and maybe not completely automate it. That's probably not in the best interest of the company or whatever entity is using it, but to have a at least some sort of automation. You don't want it completely manual, especially today in AI. I think having the combo is critically important. People who don't do video, I think, are missing out hugely. Like, granted, I had one post on LinkedIn get hugely viral amount of views, but overwhelmingly, sure, you most of your videos might not go viral, but you will have a lot of content, very easy to produce video content. Granted, it's it's not easy and it is easy in the sense of once you figure out how to do it, I think getting into the base is not too hard. Whereas written content, you have to put word to paper. If you use AI too much, it's going to sound terrible. It's going to be terrible. You can use AI in your writing. What I'm guessing people do, and maybe I do it too, but I very often edit through a lot of the AI and you try if it sounds great, there's some that are just like, oh yes, 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 yes. But there are certain formats that you're like, okay, I can't do this. One, this doesn't sound like me. It's too robotic. It's just missing the point slightly. But when it actually hits the point of like what you want to do, why not? It's a mechanism, especially if it's in the sense of maybe your corporate page rather than your personal page. But even in at the personal page for some things, if it's capturing the essence of what you're looking to communicate, why not? I think it's foolish. I think for people to say you should think critically and not use AI to think critically, why would you do that? You have a tool that you can ask questions to, and the ability to ask questions and the ability to ask good questions and to create a logical pathway through that is important at the minimum. So there was a property management company in Tennessee, I thought so, that was accused of missing funds. Not accused. I believe they were. I believe that's the allegation. Provincetown Homes HOA sues Gasser Property Management for $1.6 million. Misusing more than $200,000 in HOA funds, leaving homes uninsured, and cutting off communication with residents. Lawsuit filed March 11 in Davidson County Chancery Court. Suit seeks $400,000 in compensatory damages and $1.2 million in treble or punitive damages, a total of $1.6 million. It also requests attorney fees, prejudgment interest, and a full accounting of funds taken from the association. Responsible for maintaining association's financial records, collecting HOA dues, maintaining insurance policies, and keeping association funds in separate FDIC insurance banks. And this is what you need. You need a direct connection to your financials, it's a very easy thing to do, and you will immediately know what the state of your finances are. And executive HOA board members are at risk. If you, as a board member, do not have a direct connection to your finances, you are at risk of possibly something occurring. Maybe you're another board member, maybe a stakeholder has taken advantage of the finances, and just having the awareness and the eyes on the account numbers, eyes on the transactions is important, and it will avoid a lot of issues, especially if you have an automated distribution system of that information in a way that is authority based. Lawsuit brings 7 counts against the defendants, including fiduciary waste and unjust enrichment, as well as more. Experts have cautioned that pursuing a lawsuit against a company that does not appear to be solvent carries financial risk. That's really interesting. Good to know. Some residents say they are glad there's some action being taken, but are worried about financial cost. The attorney for the HOA said he's considering commenting on the lawsuit. Wow. What a very intense situation there. And again, it's not a big deal until it is. Boom. Boom. Welcome to the show. Oh, geez. All right. So this Provincetown HOA is suing Gasser Property Management in Tennessee for a lack of funds. I'm gonna cut the camera for one moment. I'm gonna be right back. Thank you. Thank you. This is not talk television, but boom. All right. Sorry about that. But I got a few screenshots of the situation, which is good. About four. I'm gonna try and do like one. Great. And I get most of my images from Google Earth, and Google Maps, honestly. There's so much data on there. Boom. And there was a give me one moment. There was a huge trend about the 90s going back, and I thought it was great. So I actually have some content for it. I'm probably going to put out that content soon, maybe tonight. All right, so I posted that to X and LinkedIn about Gasser and the $1.6 million lawsuit. So there was a $1.6 million lawsuit. I believe I went through it. If not, $1.6 million lawsuit against Gasser Property Management, $200,000 missing in funds. Insurance was lost. Association first learned on around August 29th, 2025, no insurance had ever been obtained. Refused to provide an accounting of those withdrawn funds. This is your property. So give yourself the tools to take control of that property. Lawsuit references an earlier report on the issue. First time home buyer actually had to walk away from the closing table because of the no insurance. Accuses the property management company of failing to maintain a separate bank account for the association's funds. It's a huge issue. Lawsuit is a civil matter and does not allege criminal charges. However, there is an active TBI probe that could result in criminal charges. Consumer Protection Act. It's a big one. All right. So one thing I want to do, I did have something going on. Boom. I got something. Something good. Oh, let's see what holidays are now. Completely forgot about these. I know St. Patrick's Day is coming up. I'm pretty sure that's tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Apparently it's today in Canada, but it's certainly tomorrow. So let me get that piece of content going. Father's Day throughout much of the Mediterranean, actually. That's pretty interesting. On March 19th. Eid is at the end of the week on Friday. Or New Year. Okay. So I would say St. Patrick's Day. Gratitude is really important. Keep gratitude in your thoughts, and things will probably work out pretty well. Boom, got it. great. So I put that there. I'm going to do Instagram and TikTok later. I'm going to do a YouTube right now then. And this will be good. YouTube. Boom. I'm actually just going to create the next one, and that's for an Oregon fire. And I'm just going to do this for like most of this stuff. Because I mean, this just getting this right, I think, would be the best thing to do. In the sense of one moment. Okay, great. So I got the St. Patrick stuff done for tomorrow. I'm in the process of doing one for an Oregon fire hazard update. Got some banners here. Live streaming is a great mechanism. All right. So do. To keep connected with people. I think it's really, really great, to be honest. It's way more authentic. It's not this kind of really ridiculous mechanism of shallowness that some social medias are, and not to say demonize those social medias, but it's just kind of the reality of how they work. Great. So I just created the second one, and it's about Oregon fire hazards and fires. And so that's very exciting because I'm trying to get into two a day. If I can get into two informational posts every weekday and then maybe one every weekend, I think that's huge. I think then you'll be in like this, like kind of, and it will help a lot. Senate Bill 1. So this is the issue. Oregon homeowners will be able to upgrade their homes with fire hardened materials, even if their HOA currently prohibits it. Senate Bill 1551, bipartisan support in both House and Senate, prevent many Oregonians from removing hazards. This is what HOAs do, such as trees, wooden fences, or from adding fire hardened materials to their home. With wildfires becoming an increasing concern, many Oregonians are looking for ways to better protect their properties. Class A roofing, ember resistant vents, ignition resistant exterior materials like cement board siding, stucco, stone fascia, all of these types of things in key locations can do a great deal. Prevent fire hazards. This can be applied in many places. I'm not sure what the homes in Northern California, I think a lot of them are wood, but what the fascia is, if it's wooden or if the facade is stone, it's a huge difference. And we're going to be putting images of that in our post, which is going to be great. And two a day, two a day, two a day. And I'm actually going to be joining another company too, but might speak about them. But between Cunity and Zayuk, it's a really exciting time. All right. Got to stay healthy. Staying healthy is critical. Don't allow these pursuits to get in the way of your health. That's not good. Tomorrow I might try and hang some of my stuff. See how that goes. Some of this stuff I have here, I've kind of shown it before. We'll see. I saw that there's going to be shortage of 500,000 electricians, and I'm a professional engineer in electrical engineering, and I got a BS in electrical, and I have worked with control systems, power control systems, and I do understand things like design and circuits and to a certain degree and power systems and transmission line systems. But as far as applied engineering at Zayuk, I haven't yet done it. And I think it's when we talk about large scale infrastructure and HOA, I'm looking towards, energy and grids and telecoms and things of that nature. It's the future. And I think HOAs are a node in that future. And I chose HOAs because I am a resident, was actually getting so deep into HOAs made me realize that the business I was invested in might not be worth my continued investment. So I actually did end up leaving my HOA. But there's so many things going on. Um, like this St. Louis woman accused of stealing $17,000 from HOA treasurer. There's a lot of stuff. But I just need to do 2 a day and it will work. Like tomorrow, this one of the St. Louis County woman accused of stealing 17,000. One Florissant woman is facing a dozen charges after allegedly spending more than $17,000 on a debit card owned by the HOA, according to Wedgwood Homeowners Association records. They contacted police after noticing a number of unauthorized purchases and withdrawals from checking account between July 2025 and November 2025. So at least these things are happening very quick. And here they list out a bunch: Apple Cash with cash withdrawals, Holiday Inn expenses, Southwest Airline. Wow, that's a lot. That's so blatant. Bella had agreed to pay her landlord, which is when 7,600 was withdrawn. That's flight tickets to Mexico. That becomes a huge issue. But I'll likely report on that tomorrow, actually, to be honest with you. Not today, because I've got 2 for today. Going to keep that in the loop for tomorrow. I mean, got 3 or 4. Okay, so now I would like to come out with a essay soon. Dang. Oh my God, dude, I did not stop. So I'm in the process of looking to create that billionaire bunker video. And I'm probably going to do it by the end of the week and see how it goes. Try and finish filming by the end of the week. And then after that, we can get into editing maybe next week. It's going to take a little while to make a quality video like that. All right, everyone, take care. I'm heading out right